you?
Have no fear. I am CREMATOR.
What's going on, everyone? Ace here with another video, and today we are talking about CREMATOR, Hell's Guardian, the Blacksmith to the Lords and Archdukes of Hell, and of course, Mentor to the one and only Lady Death. And before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and to click the bell so you don't miss out on more videos from the worlds of Berserk, Lady Death, and much more. Your guys' support is always appreciated. CREMATOR is a being with immense power and has pretty incredible abilities. His name is known throughout Hell, and he is seen as a formidable opponent from both demon and angel alike. However, believe it or not, as powerful as CREMATOR seems, he was at one point human. But very little is made known to us about CREMATOR's human existence. There are for sure some key aspects that are important to his character, but as far as the specifics and details to his life before descending into Hell, well, that information is vague. Even more so, there are rumors and a variety of discrepancies on how he even had entered the Inferno. So CREMATOR happens to be one of my all-time favorite characters, right up there with Lady Death and even Guts, so I will try and give the character the appropriate respect throughout this video. So, let's begin. Deep below the surface of Hell, in a dark prison chamber, we have the records of CREMATOR being cemented in the infernal story of Hell, by the condemned chronicler who was damned by Lucifer himself to ride until Judgment Day, and when the dead overrun the earth and heaven's light pierces Hell's borders one last time. And in his written pages we find CREMATOR's story. In life, CREMATOR was known as Marko Ivan Ematovich, married to Isabella, to whom he loved most in this life. Living sometime within medieval Europe, he was an artist, a scholar, a warrior, and a thief. His insatiable thirst for knowledge only grew from warfare and the weapons used by man to what was understood about the earth and even still beyond, into what was labeled as the dark arts, magic, and all of that was regarded as forbidden for mortals. It is even more unclear, but believed that it is around this time he would become mixed up with the demon lord Seer. Some rumors suggest that Pagan, the court jester of Hell, and Matthias, a powerful sorcerer, were also involved in the events that would damn Marko to Hell. What is known is that a choice was made. One day Marko's life, as he knew it, would be torn apart, as what happens to all who converse with the inhabitants of Hell. He witnessed the decapitation of his love Isabella, and before his very own death was given a choice, one soul to salvation and one to eternal damnation. Marko chose salvation for Isabella, and for his own soul forfeited to Seer. Marko would be thrown into Seer's slave pits, in which he suffered greatly for many years. The fires of Hell would char his very flesh, deforming his appearance. However, with his knowledge of the dark arts, at some point in time in the slave pits, he would be cursed with a magic spell, but was able to alter it and instead gave himself the power to forge enchanted weapons with his bare hands. His hands not only have the ability to create but to destroy, as he can cremate wood, rock, metal, and even demon flesh with equal ease. Unknown to him at the time, this was only the minimal extent to his powers. Recognizing Marko's new abilities, Seer would utilize him as a blacksmith and as his most skilled prison architect. As the years went on, Marko's existence would be scorched away, and from it, CREMATOR was birthed, being recognized by not only Seer, but by all the Archdukes of Hell as their blacksmith, even to Lucifer himself. And it was only after that that CREMATOR escaped Seer's slave pits, the only one in all of Hell to do so. CREMATOR had fought his way out of Seer's domain and out of his reach. However, 700 years later, Seer has still sworn that if he is to ever see CREMATOR again, he will lock him into the furthest levels of his prison. Some wonder why Seer did not pursue CREMATOR more aggressively, and to this I can say is that Hell is very territorial, and it could lead to more trouble than would be warranted for archdukes to go and start intruding on each other's territories. Plus, CREMATOR at this point had proven to be a very powerful opponent and was recognized even by Lucifer for his steel. Living in hell for centuries, Cremator would become familiar with the landscape of his new home, and due to his craft would become familiar with its politics and inhabitants. And then one day he came across the most unlikely scene he could have ever thought of. There, a living mortal girl fighting several lesser demons with a mere torch. Seeing her defiance and spirit against such impossible odds, he had felt a way that he thought impossible since his time here in hell. Using his living flame from his hands, he decides to rescue her from her attackers, but lets her believe that it was her own doing. Although he felt as if their lives were to be intertwined, he moved on and decided he wouldn't let himself be known to her. He decided to help her from the shadows until deciding to go his own way. Upon returning to his home to find it destroyed and the inhabitants butchered by Matthias, the demon sorcerer, and his followers, who are involved in a civil war for the very throne of hell against Lucifer. Seeing someone alive through the rubble and destruction, Cremator strikes out at the being and accuses her of being aligned with Matthias, only to be thrown aback, realizing that it is the very mortal girl he had rescued at an earlier time. However, she has changed. Learning the secrets to power within hell and displaying her potential, Cremator is inspired and curious about their destiny. They both have a mutual hatred for Matthias, as he discovers that the girl is the sorcerer's very own daughter. He is asked to forge her a sword, and for several days he labors with a passion he had never felt before, until he is finally finished with darkness. He makes the decision to train the girl known as Hope in the ways of combat and to teach her the knowledge of hell as it was then. He becomes a mentor and one of her only allies. He also knows that, like him, she must shed her humanity in order to accomplish what she is set out to do. After a time, Hope would leave and Cremator would be unsure if he would ever see her again. But upon her return, she was now the avatar for the one who reaps. Hope was dead, and all that remained was death. Together, Cremator and Lady Death would fight together side by side against the forces of both heaven and hell alike. He vowed to be her servant, teacher, protector, and general. But for Lady Death, she regards Cremator as her true friend above all else. A list of Cremator's awesome creations are Darkness, the very blade wielded by Lady Death. He's also the creator of Apocalypse, an immensely powerful sword that can rip through the cosmos and time. He alone was the only one capable of constructing and destroying the Lucifer engine. He was chosen by the powers above to be given the Spear of Destiny. But above all, he is the creator of Demon Slayer. No, not that one. But this. The very weapon which changed hell forever, and is Cremator's go-to weapon of choice. It should be noted that while Cremator is able to be hurt, any weapon in which he created cannot cause him harm or be used against him. He was given immense power from both the Lady of Mysteries, a cosmic being, and the angel Zaron, the Deliverer, for being chosen to be guardian of hell and protect it from destruction at the hands of the Trinity of Evil. He can summon a variety of flames from his bare hands, such as the living fire of hell, hellfire, and the fires of Vulcan's Forge. He has fought Astaroth, the Grand Duke of Hell, single-handedly fought a Wraith army, and has cleverly outwitted several demons of hell, including Lucifer. For a being as powerful as Cremator is, he does have weaknesses. Particularly in the past, he has been susceptible multiple times to manipulation, especially within the mind, by the likes of Lucifer and Purgatory. He is aware of these past incidents and carries them with regret and resentment. Eventually, Cremator understands that everyone has a part in the universe, and he is willing to play out his role to the very end, if it will help Lady Death in her cause, or if he believes it to be the right thing to do. This selflessness and willing to sacrifice himself for the cause proves just how dedicated and how much he believes in Lady Death. I really enjoy Cremator, as he, like a lot of characters within the Lady Death universe, doesn't back down in the face of impossible odds. He is willing to do what is necessary and give his all if it involves those he cares about, and although flawed and mistake-prone, he overall has a good heart. He is a vital and extremely loyal companion to have on your side. And that is Cremator, you guys. I really hope you all enjoyed the video. I want to know what you think of Cremator, the Blacksmith to the Lords of Hell. Or if you guys are curious about and want to see videos on any of the other characters mentioned here, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. Be sure to be on the lookout for more content to come, and as always guys, take care.